What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and green is in full effect today. I got all of my green quads there, well, a few of them. But actually, what I wanted to show you guys is this guy here, one of my favorite designed nanos. This is the M200 by Sky Viper. Well, the Sky Viper M200, and people have been reporting dropouts with this, and this thing acting really weird and aggressive flight. And I know it's not really dropouts. What it is the accelerometer is being confused or vibrated too much with the stock props that come on this thing. When you do some aggressive flying or come to an aggressive stop, the props spin up really fast, high speed. At high speed, the props that come stock with this thing, they vibrate when they spin up really fast, and you can even hear it sometimes buzzing when you stop or do a hard turn or do some stressful maneuvers in the air. You can hear the props actually buzz on one of the motors, and I think that's what causes this thing to actually try to do flips. They're saying it's dropping out, but I've experienced the same thing, and it doesn't drop out. What it actually does is the accelerometer gets confused and it flips downward. It turns down and then flies down to the ground, or it flips sometimes and just goes straight to the ground. So I have solved this issue, I think, I believe, because it hasn't been doing that anymore. I have been able to fly this thing aggressively with these props. These are actually props from the X12. Well, that's the style of these props, but these actually came from the Hoverdrone Nano from Top Race. But it's the same props that come stock on the X12S and the X12, and these props also come stock on the Lula Nano. So you can get these props from either of those aircraft as spares and try those on here, because it makes this Nano fly really nice. It makes it a little more quiet. It seems more stable, and you can do aggressive flying with these props on and not have a problem of it dropping out or just flying to the ground or doing flips or the accelerometer freaking out. So let's go check it out. I want to demo that for you. Let's go check it out. The Sky Viper M200. And we're going to check it out and see how it flies with these props on it from the Hoverdrone Nano. You can see the lift is more crazy with it like this. It lifts up really fast. It has more power. So far, no weird things happening. I'm doing some aggressive flying with it. There's a mild wind blowing towards the left. This way, that's going with the wind. It's going against the wind. So far, it looks like the problem is solved. So as you can see, it's flying back and forth aggressively. You can get a flip in there. And I guess it doesn't flip well when flying fast forward, because it crashed and burned. Let's see how it flips with these props on it though. So it flips nice with the props on it. You guys can see it recovers really well from the flips. Put this prop on with these props. So, a lot of aggressive flying with it, and it doesn't seem to be freaking out or anything. Do some funneling. Get away from the lens flare from the sun. So I think that's what the problem is. The flaw with this aircraft is the props. The props vibrate when you do aggressive maneuvering, when you do hard banking turns. When you bank hard, sometimes you can even hear it buzz with the stock props on. But with these props, no problem. I also tried the props from the 39X4 or the Chair 1, and they work well. But I think they provide a little too much lift for it because it vibrates in the beginning on a fresh battery. But as the battery, as you get further into the battery, it starts to calm down, and then it flies really nice with those props still. But with these props, I found even on a fresh battery, as we started out here, it doesn't act weird or anything, and it flies really nice. So I think these are the best props for this Nano. I wish these props came in green. Green accents would really make this quad stand out. With these props on it, we're going to fly it to LVC. So you can see this thing, it flies really well. It's doing some weird flips though there in the wind. That was against the wind though. The X6058 does those type of flips in the wind. Vertical flips, vertical side flips. Let's see, going with the wind, how does it flip? Same way. So this doesn't like to flip during fast forward flight. With this prop setup anyway. Safe to say that this thing flies really nice with these props. No weird behavior. Doing funnels and all, flips. Let's do a back flip, side flip. Recovers nicely from the flips. Back flip. Forward flip. Getting weak on battery as well. I can feel it getting weak. Okay, on low battery now. So if you guys have this Sky Viper M200, this little guy loves these props here. So the Sky Viper M200 with props from the Hoverdrone Nano or Lula or Cyma X12S. Thanks for watching.